Click below to watch the original Sims video or to buy 50 Shades of Grey. Before we start, I would like to say that I haven't seen this film, but I do know the plot, thanks to a chapter-by-chapter review of the book by YouTuber StewBagFull. His videos are pretty great and I laugh out loud watching them quite a lot. I completely recommend you go check him out, especially if, like me, you're a Doctor Who nerd.
Johnson.
If you think that's funny, you're going to be in hysterics when you find out what this film is about.
Johnson.
No, seriously, can someone please tell him what this film is about? A thought I had while editing this. If Christian Grey's name was actually Christian Johnson, meaning that the film's name would also be 50 Shades of Johnson, wouldn't that make the whole book seem sort of self-aware, thereby making loads of the flaws it has seem way more forgivable? I don't know, it was just a thought, plus the idea of calling the book 50 Shades of Johnson is kind of hilarious to me.
So his name is Grey and her name is Steele, and I'm supposed to take any of this shit seriously?
Hello, my name is Grey. I have grey eyes and I'm wearing a grey suit. Here I am being first introduced in front of a grey background in my grey office. Oh, and you know that grey suit I was wearing? It wasn't quite grey enough, so I thought I'd zazz it up by pairing it with a grey tie. On my desk there are 5 pencils, they're all grey and they all say grey on them in case you didn't realise they're grey and I am Grey who owns the grey pencils. Oh, and my company is also called Grey. It's easy to remember because it's the same name as my name. And it's actually a fictional company called Grey and a book that has Grey in the title. Grey. Grey, 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 grey,
Mr. Grey.
Wait, what colour is that suit? I can't quite tell.
Kate is clearly in the Images tab of a discount Google.
You see, she can't use Google because Google doesn't have a grey background.
Maybe coveralls, so you protect your clothes?
Could just take all my clothes off.
That is not correct workshop procedure.
Also, normal girl inexplicably attracted to creepy guy who was way over the top about stalking and trying to protect her. I realize this movie's author started out as a Twilight fan fiction author, but damn.
Come on, Jeremy, this isn't an inexplicable attraction. It's just an unhealthy one that definitely won't end well.
If you were mine, you wouldn't be able to sit down for a week.
From spanking or f***ing? Or just basic orders following? I am so confused by this guy's boner.
I'm suddenly getting the impression that Jeremy probably isn't that good at dirty talk. Girl, after I'm done with you, you're not going to be able to sit down for a week. And this is because I will have sex with you very hard. And you see, that might lead to you not being able to sit down for a long time. Because rough sex, while good at the time, may afterwards lead to soreness and discomfort. And you see, this soreness and discomfort is often exaggerated or made worse by sitting down, which is why the implication that you won't be able to sit down is very sexy, because it implies I'm going to have sex with you very hard. And you see, this is dirty talk, and it's erotic, because I'm not leaving anything to the imagination. Wait, where are you going? But I still want to have sex with you by inserting my male penis into your female vagina. Don't leave me!
Christian refers to Anastasia as paperwork.
Yes, you should always, before sex, refer to the person you're about to have sex with in the third person. It works great. Try it! It's one of those tricks to make girls go mad for you that those clickbait ads are always talking about. Jeremy fails to sin the second most sinnable line of dialogue in this entire film. What is that line of dialogue, you're asking? It's this.
Are you gonna make love to me now?
I don't make love. I fuck. Hard.
But what's that you're asking? What's the most sinnable line of dialogue in this film? It's this.
Because I'm 50 Shades of fucked up.
Did you know that E.L. James hang on. Did you know that E.L. James, the author of this book, expects to be taken seriously? But I'm not going to add a sin for that because Jeremy managed to sin that one, so no missed sin there.
Also, she still doesn't leave after this, because inside every college girl, apparently, is the desire to be dominated and f***ed by a man with more money than you.
I mean, that's a fairly standard fantasy, actually, isn't it? Come on. Also, you started that out in the third person by saying college girl, but then ended it in the second person by saying you.
F***ed by a man with more money than you.
Which suggests that you're saying that every college girl has a fantasy of being fucked by a guy who has more money than specifically the person watching this. You, the person being addressed. You are the standard by which all college girls measure the sexiness of wealth.
You're a sadist?
I'm a dominant.
Skip.
Why, of all the parts of the film, is this the specific one you decide to skip? Like, it's all trash. Why this?
You want me to move in?
Not full time. Just Friday through to Sunday.
BDSM isn't open during business hours.
You say this like it's a sin, but what is the alternative here? Do you want him to fuck her during a board meeting? Because that sort of thing is generally frowned upon.
You're biting your lip.
Christian Grey would be excellent at cinema singing the Twilight movies.
Yeah, because Christian Grey is great at pointing something out that's right in front of his face and acting like he's made a clever point when actually he's just made a very simple observation. And I'm pretty sure that's one of the central skills you need to be able to do cinema sins.
Somehow Christian is able to get inside Anastasia's room despite the fact that he's a vampire and he's never been invited in.
Well, he has been invited in. I'm sorry.
One day a whole movie is going to just be texting and messaging. Two characters will have sex on screen and be texting their moans to each other.
Jeremy is practicing for being a tetchy old man by complaining about technology these days and how it's all going to end up with no one ever speaking to each other.
He wastes even more time with a sexy flying scene. I think this movie could have been finished in 30 seconds. Anastasia? Christian? Do you want me to f*** you and whip you? No. The end.
Unfortunately though, Jeremy, only lasting 30 seconds isn't something that women are looking for. You know, because the target audience of this film is mostly women. There's no subtext here, what are you talking about? Perv?
I'm no kinky sex expert, but does a delicate peacock feather have any business in the pain chamber? It's probably fine. I just wanted an excuse to say peacock, because it doesn't happen very often and it has the word cock in it.
Jeremy, you present saying the word cock as some kind of rare opportunity, but the peacock feather isn't even the only thing on screen right now that has cock in it.
Let's stop and recap all the beats in this movie that feel like Twilight. Earl in the Pacific Northwest goes somewhere new and meets mysterious rich man for weird encounter. Then he stalks her, but she thinks that's cool. But he has a dark secret world she can sense but not fully gain access to. He roughs up a guy coming on too strong, they walk in the woods. She has her remarried mother far away to have stupid phone chats with from time to time about life and love.
Jeremy steals the couch tomato, fuck it. Jeremy steals the couch tomato from Couch Tomato.
Don't you dare come near me.
Ah, okay. So she's figured it out. She knows what a monster he is. So why are there at least 2 more movies coming?
Coming-based sex pun. I've just come to the end of editing this video and I've realised I've made a mistake through the whole thing. It's also a mistake that Jeremy made in his video, so consider that an extra sin added to the total sin counter. You see, it appears we've both referred to E.L. James as an author, but author is a title that has to be earned. Hi there, person who watches right to the end of my videos. I'm here to tell you that recently I've been working very hard on a new song. It would mean a lot to me if you could go check it out. It sounds like this.